Finally today, I want to give you guys an update to a drama that we've been watching unfold for months now. And of course, that's the launch of the Telegram blockchain project known as TON, the Telegram Open Network. Now, it was announced yesterday by Pavel Durov himself, the CEO of Telegram. The Telegram is no longer going to be continuing with its blockchain project. And of course, they cited the regulatory pressure from the Securities and Exchange Commission in the United States as the primary reason for the disbandment. Posting the announcement to the official company blog yesterday, Pavel said that it was the intervention by a United States court that ultimately was responsible for stopping the Telegram Open Network from materializing. This statement is relatively short. It opens with a brief history of the project. It states that the company has spent over 2.5 years developing what they call their next generation blockchain platform, powered by a native token called Gram. Now, they go on to describe the fundraising model that inevitably got the project in trouble. Durov used the analogy of investors putting money together to build a gold mine and later kind of splitting the gold that came out of that mine. But because the United States judge has deemed such a project unlawful, since the investors would sell that gold for profit, characterizing it as fundamentally unfair, right, keeping to the analogy of here, this is a security. So indeed, the courts appeared to object to the idea of Gram, considering its distribution in and outside of the United States to qualify as an unregistered security. Durov bitterly added that such a court ruling implies that other countries do not have the sovereignty to decide what an acceptable investment is for their own citizens. I would be bitter too if the SEC just slapped me down. Now, Durov appears to hold particular resentment at the power wielded by United States banks and regulators over other countries with regards to the global financial system. I believe he says here, quote, "The United States can use its control over the dollar and the global financial system to shut down any bank or bank account in the world. It can use its control over Apple and Google to remove apps from the App Store and from Google Play." Now, back in March, the SEC won their preliminary injunction claiming that Telegram had sold unregistered securities in the first place, and they blocked the launch of the network and the distribution of the Gram tokens to their startup investors. Back in 2018, Telegram, of course, raised $1.7 billion through its ICO for its TON blockchain. And the project has seen delay after delay after delay, again, due mostly to this intervention by the US regulatory authorities. Now it seems finally the project has gone from delayed status to outright canceled. This latest announcement directly from the mouth of the horse, writing on the Telegram blog. Now, a lot of questions are now in the air, right? OKEX CSO Alyssa Zhu posted to Twitter, shedding light on the worries of Chinese investors, saying, "Shame, another quality project, the TON blockchain by Telegram, fell down due to regulations, but more worried about the retail investors who subscribed the Gram futures issued as IOU by some irresponsible crypto exchanges," adding that the TON Chinese communities on WeChat were complaining and mourning over the closure of TON, while also raising concerns about immediate refunds of Gram futures. Now, indeed, some exchanges listed TON IOU tokens in advance and in place of the actual tokens due at the launch. Those holding these TON futures on markets popular in China and Asia in general are now left wondering what's next and how to be issued a refund. Short answer, not going to happen. As for the existing batch of TON ICO investors that were eagerly awaiting the mainnet launch and the token distribution, Durov didn't make any mention of refunds and merely signed off by wishing luck to those still fighting for decentralization, finishing his statement with, quote, "This battle may well be the most important battle of our generation. We hope that you succeed where we have failed." End quote. Where's the money, bro? Where's the money? Right? Now, if you guys will recall, investors were extended an offer months ago to either walk away from the project and cash out with 70% of their initial investment into the ICO, or to let it ride for another year and, let this project get off the ground. It's unclear how many took that offer. and if it's still available now that the final nail is in the coffin. Like I said, Telegram. So after that offer of 70% walk away, Telegram offered investors the opportunity to loan that initial investment back to the company in order to qualify for an equity share worth 110% of their original investment in the Telegram, as a shareholder in Telegram in 1 year's time. But is that now scrapped? That's off the table? Of course it is. And everybody, where's the money, bro? Where's the money? I mean, seriously. I mean, you know, I've read like 5 stories on this today. It's all over the news. And we've been covering this for over a year now. But I really want to put this into terms of like what just happened, right? Telegram took in $1.7 billion to develop a blockchain that they're going to launch. Several months ago, they said, okay, guys, you know, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to get this project through. So if you want to walk away, you know, we'll give anybody that wants it, who invested in the ICO, we'll give you 70% of your funds back. Were they bluffing? That entails, right, in a perfect world, that if everybody took the offer, roughly Telegram spent 30% of that $1.7 billion on development, right? And they had 70% of the funds left that they could distribute back. They made no mention in their announcement. They haven't answered to questions of how much money is left, how much money is remaining, what they're going to be doing with the refund. Now, to their credit, they are handing over all of their bank statements regarding the ICO to the SEC. So I expect that these answers will come out in the future, but I do think that it is not in good faith that they just left that off the table and they gave an in for people like me to get on their tail and ask them and try to keep them honest. Like, how much money is left? How much money are you going to give back? Were you bluffing with the 70%? Do you only have 40% left, 20% left, 10% left? Hey, we spent it all on stuff that Jordan Belfort would spend his money on? Blue chips? It ticks me off when I see investors get fleeced. So I just like to use my platform to attempt, again, with the influence that I have, to encourage people to keep these people honest, right? You know, this idea of like, we're fighting this fight. Okay, well, you could have developed on Bitcoin. You wanted to launch this ICO, took in almost $2 billion to develop your own blockchain that isn't necessary when so many blockchains have already, quote unquote, made improvements on Bitcoin. Everybody wants to make their own blockchain. Everybody wants to copy Blockstream and monetize the blockchain system. It's not necessary. If you really want to make the world a better place, together we can do it. Make the world a better place. And come up with some interesting ideas. There wasn't anything new in this TON, Telegram Open Network. There's nothing special about the Gram token. We'll see. We'll see. But expect stronger worded comments from me. But I mean, where's the money, man? Where's the money? Anyways, let me know in the comments section down below what you guys think about everything that we covered today. We talked about JP Morgan, we talked about fintech, and we talked about Telegrams, latest, now maybe turning into a freaking scandal. Let me know in the comments section down below what you guys think about everything, as well as any questions, comments, concerns, sarcastic remarks, or death threats, right? Death threats are acceptable as well. Back to the charts. We'll take a look at